I took care of my sick mom for 10 years. My siblings took the inheritance. I gave up my 20s to take care of my mother, while my friends were building careers, traveling the world, getting married, and having kids. I was spoon-feeding my mom oatmeal, helping her in and out of bed, monitoring her medications, and holding her hand through the worst days of her life. And I never complained, because she was my mom. But I never imagined that the same people who watched me give up everything would betray me so coldly. It started when I was 21. I had just graduated from college with a degree in nursing. I had a couple job offers, even one in New York City, which had always been my dream. But before I could make any plans, my mom was diagnosed with early onset Alzheimer's. My older siblings, Mark, the successful lawyer, and Diane, the social butterfly with 3 kids and a Pinterest-perfect life, sat around the table, offering up suggestions like putting mom in a home or hiring a full-time nurse. But neither of them wanted to disrupt their lives. I could see it in their eyes. Mom was terrified of being put in a home. She begged me to let her stay at home just a little while longer, and I agreed. I told myself it would be temporary, just a year or 2 until we figured it out. That year or 2 turned into 10. I moved back into my childhood home. I took on night shifts at the local hospital so I could be there for her during the day. I missed birthdays, weddings, vacations, and promotions. Friends stopped calling. Dates fizzled out when they realized I didn't have time for anything outside of caregiving. Meanwhile, Mark would call once a month, maybe, to check in. Diane visited on holidays, always posting cute Instagram stories of her sweet time with mom before rushing off to catch a flight back home. Neither of them saw the sleepless nights, the panic attacks when mom forgot who I was, or the guilt when I would just lock myself in the bathroom and cry because I couldn't do it anymore. But I did do it. I stayed. I gave everything. When mom passed away, I felt empty, not just from the grief, but from the sheer exhaustion. 10 years of my life had disappeared, and I didn't know who I was without her. But there was comfort in knowing I had honored her wishes. She died peacefully at home, with me by her side. The funeral was small. Mark made a grand speech. Diane cried beautifully in the front row. Everyone told me I was so strong, that mom was lucky to have me. Then came the will. I wasn't worried. I knew mom had drafted something a few years earlier. We talked about it. She said she wanted to leave me the house. It was only fair. She knew I had sacrificed everything to be there. But when the lawyer read the will, my heart dropped. The house, gone. Mark and Diane were named joint owners. The savings split evenly between the 3 of us. But there wasn't much left. Most of it had gone to medical expenses and upkeep. Mark and Diane got everything, and I got scraps. I sat there in shock while Mark patted my back and said, "You'll bounce back. You're still young." I confronted them outside the lawyer's office. "Are you seriously okay with this?" I asked, looking at both of them. "You left me to take care of everything. 10 years. And you're walking away with the house? Diane had the audacity to say, "It's what Mom wanted." Number, it wasn't. I knew it wasn't. But sometime in the final year, when Mom's memory was slipping, they must have convinced her to simplify the will. I wanted to scream, but I didn't. I just walked away. That was a year ago. I'm in therapy now, trying to piece together my life again. I rent a small apartment and finally accepted a full-time hospital job. Sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night and forget I don't have to check on Mom anymore. I haven't spoken to Mark or Diane since, not once. Sometimes I wonder if I should have fought them, maybe hired a lawyer, maybe demanded what I was owed. But part of me, the tired, broken part, just wanted peace. Still, some days I sit and wonder, was I too passive? Was I too trusting? Was I naive to think that love, sacrifice, and family meant more than money? So now I'm turning to you, the people reading or watching this. Was I right to let it go? Should I have fought for what I gave up a decade of my life for? Have you ever been in a situation like mine, where family betrayed your kindness? Share your story in the comments. Was I wrong to walk away?